We've got a bit of Martin Lewis now. He's joining us now to answer your questions. Before we get started, your show's back twice this week, Martin. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the start of Series 14 tonight. I can't quite believe it. Tonight, it's a big one. What I get everywhere I go at the moment is people go to me, what's going on with energy bills and what's going on with the winter fuel payment? So tonight, I'm going to talk people through where we are with energy bills, what you can do about it. And there is a lot you can do to bring your bills down by changing tariff, by being more efficient in the home. Look at where prices are going to go, what you need to watch for in the future and how you prevent future price hikes. That's tonight, hour-long live special, 8 o'clock, ITV, not a special, it's the start of the new series. We've got the budget tomorrow, of course, and then on Thursday, I'm back at 8 o'clock with a What Does the Budget Really Mean for You special. That is a special. I don't know yet if the Chancellor will be joining me. I have very politely asked. I haven't had confirmation yet. I'm being told I'll find out tomorrow. So my fingers are crossed that the Chancellor will join me to answer your questions too. But whether or not she's there, I'll be there answering your questions, talking you through what it means on anything that comes up in tomorrow's budget. So it's going to be quite a rampant week for me this week.
No, it's a live show, so you never know.
Absolutely.
I think they might turn up. I hope they do anyway.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, let's get going with your questions. OK, first up...
No, it's a bit later, isn't it?
No,
is it now?
It's happening right now.
Oh, sorry.
IRL, in real life, down the line.
Oh,
what do you
I thought that was just like a tease.
Oh, no, it's both a tease for some other stuff.
Oh, come on, let's get them questions.
Yeah, lovely. OK. Estelle got in touch. She said, must I declare my HRT for travel insurance? Had a stroke earlier this year. We are going on holiday in June. We revised not to travel by consultant. I had an annual travel insurance with CoverWise from January 24. They're now saying they won't pay out as I didn't declare I was on HRT. They said this was a pre-existing condition which I didn't declare. I've been on HRT for 8 years, never declared it before, so I think it's unacceptable. I want women to know all about this before taking out travel insurance if this is upheld. Is this right?
Well, generally, I would say, I mean, it depends on the company, but a pre-existing condition is a physical or mental health condition that you have been to a doctor before and had ongoing medical treatment. So the general definition is HRT can fit into that. So if in doubt, it is worth talking to the travel insurer in advance and asking them whether they expect you to include it. It's worth me saying, declaring a pre-existing condition does not automatically mean you'll have to pay more. It doesn't always work like that. There are many pre-existing conditions you declare and don't mean you pay more. But not declaring it can mean that it invalidates part or all of your cover. Now, the interesting bit here, I would argue, is was what you were claiming for on the travel insurance, because she's making a claim, isn't she? Did I get that bit right?
I believe so. An annual travel insurance with CoverWise. Yeah, basically it's about, they're now saying they won't pay out as I didn't declare I was on HRT, so yeah, I guess. OK. So, I mean, I think what I would argue in this case is what you were claiming for while you're on holiday something that is completely separate and irrelevant to the HRT? If it's something that is related to the fact that you are on HRT, then it is going to be very difficult to argue, as you had not declared it, that you should be paid out. But if it is, if you broke your leg on holiday, for example, and it's completely unrelated to HRT, then I think you could still have a decent argument that it's unfair to exclude you because you had not declared HRT. So what I would do is I'd make a formal complaint to the travel insurer. It will likely reject your complaint. And then, as you can always do with any insurance policy, you have a right to go to the free financial ombudsman service, which can give you an impartial adjudication and will look at whether you've been treated fairly. Now, that's what I would do in this case if the claim is unrelated to the fact that you had HRT. But if you're asking me, generally, I would suggest if you are on HRT and there is a section on your medical insurance that asks about it and you're not sure whether you should put it down, speak to the insurer, because this is the problem with not doing it, is afterwards they can come back at you. And you don't need that to happen. And it won't necessarily put your premium up, though it could. It's not an easy one.
OK, Martin, we've got another email from Caroline. I opened a 1-year fixed-rate cash ISA account 2 weeks ago with Nationwide. I deposited the maximum amount, which was £20,000. Can you let me know what happens to the account when the 2024-2025 tax year ends? Does the ISA account close and become an instant access account, or does it remain as an ISA account? If it becomes an instant access account, will I stop receiving the fixed interest rate of 4.10%?
So.
If it remains...
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
It was just going all... Because you're just this misunderstanding. A cash ISA is a savings account you don't pay tax on. You can put up to £20,000 per tax year in it. Once it's in the cash ISA, it stays tax-free year after year. So the 24-25 tax year is only relevant for when you're putting the money in. Once it's in a cash ISA. Now, you have a 1-year fixed rate cash ISA, which means you will get the 1-year interest rate for a year after you've put it in. Even if that takes you into the following tax year, that's irrelevant. The tax year is about how much you can put in a tax year. You've maxed it out for this tax year, £20,000. So in a year's time, the fixed rate cash ISA will stop being a fixed rate cash ISA. They'll probably move it into an easy access cash ISA at a terrible rate. And what you can do at that point, you can take your money out if you choose to, or you can simply go and find yourself a new fixed rate cash ISA and then apply to have that money transferred in. It'll still be a cash ISA. As long as you don't take the money out and put in a new one, as long as you transfer it across, which you can do on the application form. It says, do you want to put new money in or transfer one across, and you'll transfer it across. So no, once it's in the cash ISA, you've got a 1-year fixed cash ISA, you will get that rate for a year.
So an ISA is an ISA.
When that is in the tax year.
And presumably, Martin,
an ISA,
Nationwide will be offering a better deal, like any building society or anyone offering an ISA would. Otherwise, you'll take your money elsewhere.
Well, presumably they won't. What normally happens at the end of 1 year is most places put you into a relatively poor easy access account and leave your money sitting there unless you act upon it. They'll send you a note that they've done that, and that's not Nationwide specific, that's across the industry. So I would always have my own note in my diary of when it's due to end, and at that point, see if they give you a good maturity deal. Sometimes they will say, if you're willing to fix it for a year, we'll give you another deal. Or you can shift it elsewhere and keep its ISA status without using up your next year's allowance, as long as you transfer it rather than taking the money out and opening a new cash ISA.
Caroline, I hope that helps.
Rebecca has emailed in, can you help me get my money back? I recently invested £250 in a company called 12 Whales. That's W-H-A-L-E-S. They have been in contact with me daily for me to try and invest more money. Now I want to close the account and get my money back. However, they're telling me I need to open an account with Kraken so they can put my money into an account in Bitcoin. I'm totally confused. Help me get my money back in sterling.
It's a scam.
Really?
Now, look, the original company, I think, may be a legitimate company. Just like they use me, you know, yeah. I'm in all these scams, most scam face in Britain, whoop, whoop. Right? They use me to legitimise it. The original company may be a legitimate company, but that is a description of the classic £250 scam. It's always 250 quid, or almost always. What they do is they get you 250 quid in. They say, you've got a trading platform, we can make money. They'll show you a digital platform. Look, your 250 is now worth 300 quid. You can't have it out. Would you like to put more in? You put more money in. Look, you've given us 500 quid. It's now worth 1,500 quid on your platform. You're doing well. You want to put more in. Can I get money out? You can't get money out. There's an liquidity problem. And then you get to a point when they say, well, if you want your money out, if you give us £5,000 more, we'll get... This is a scam. This is the classic scam, right? These are criminals. This is not an investment firm. The fact that... And they use Bitcoin. Your money isn't going in Bitcoin. It's nothing to do with Bitcoin. They're using Bitcoin as a sobriquet, as a false name for get rich quick, like they use me to be trusted, and they're probably using... I don't know if that original firm is a legit firm or not. I don't want to cast aspersions on it, but it may well be, and they're just falsely using its name. You know, because often they take FCA-registered firms and then they use their names when it's not them. It sounds to me almost certainly like it is a scam that you have put your money into. I think you need to get in touch with your bank and try and get your money back and speak to them straight away. You need to not talk to these people. You need to register it with Action Fraud. I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah. I am 99.99% that you are being scammed. That whole description is the classic. Yeah. It's the classic scam. Bitcoin trader, which you see them advertised all the time. Just a very, very simple, strong warning for anyone.
And Martin, is that MO, if you think you are scammed, is it you speak to your bank and then you speak to Action Fraud? You speak to the police? What should you do?
Speak Action Fraud to the police, effectively.
Right.
Speak to your bank, speak to Action Fraud, right? Talk to your bank about, under the push payment rules, getting your money back, although there is an excess that they may charge you depending on the bank that's going through. Stop speaking to these people straight away. But as a general warning, please, people, do not put money into anyone who cold calls you, anyone that looks, frankly, if they're advertising on the internet, I would be very, very careful. You want to go and always, even if it's a legit firm, independently check. Go make sure you're going to not via one of their links. Their links can always be linking you to a spam ITV, a spam BBC, a spam Daily Mail page that is not really on those sites. Go and do your own search independently. Find an article on it from a legitimate source to see if it's legitimate. You know, there are big investment firms who advertise on social media and they are legit, but there are also many, many investments that are scams. It is rife. There is a Wild West. We will not see the online safety bill coming into place disgracefully until 2026. Not Ofcom's fault, but the regulations were not done in time. You have no protection out there from these scams. I get them daily. I met a man the other day who had lost 70 grand because he put money in because he thought it was my investment scheme. Anything with me in is a lie. I never do adverts. Just be very, very careful. These scams, it is a terrible situation and we do not have a handle on it. You are not protected. It is a Wild West.
Yeah, and it's getting so much more sophisticated, isn't it, out there? It's really quite frightening. Martin, thank you so much.
Well, look, if I look in the future...
Yeah, I know, it's very scary.
I mean, we've got deep fakes of out there of people's voices, including me, where they think I'm on this programme talking. I mean, it's not going to be long before you get a call from your grandkids using an AI voice replicator that's saying, I need you to send me money urgently, and you think it is them and it's not. I mean, it is a dark dystopian future of scams we're looking at, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Martin. Good luck tonight.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.